On this channel, we've built some mocks made by some very talented designers that I've found on Rebrickable. But every now and again, I like to take some time out of my day to design some mocks of my own. And this mock is one of them. Hello everybody, my name is notecolt, but you can just call me Diego, and today we are looking at the 42148 Space Tank by me, notecolt. Of course, if you want to check out this mock for yourself, I'll be linking the Rebrickable page in the description below. And if you want to check out the original Snow Groomer set or its B model, the Snowmobile, I have videos for both of those on my channel. You can check them out after this video. This mock contains 139 pieces, all of which are from the 42148 set. And of course, you can check out the instructions for free on Rebrickable. Anyway, let's get on to the build time-lapse. And this is the 42148 Space Tank mock by me. Yeah, so this is my first ever mock showcase of my own design. Because it is my own design, I won't really be reviewing it like I've done the other videos. I'll just be more going into my thought process and insights into the design of this build. This build, being a space tank, is heavily inspired off of games that I've played when I was younger. Mainly sci-fi media such as Halo or PlanetSide 2. They featured very otherworldly tanks, so this is sort of a similar vibe to them for me. Though because it is a tank based off of the 42148 Snow Groomer, well, it still conforms to all of the piece restrictions that I had with the Snow Groomer. Big one is mainly the treads here. Space tanks that I've referenced, they don't really have any treads. They more use a levitation sort of device to stay afloat. This one, yeah, just good old-fashioned treads. I will say though, because the chassis of this build is very low, these treads don't really work as well as they did in the Snow Groomer. It is the same sort of formation, but because these sort of panel fairings clip the treads a bit, or rather I should say this wheel over here sort of clips the treads, it doesn't really run that smoothly. As you can see, it sort of gets caught on it, and it has this clicking sound whenever it moves. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. There we go, it sort of works. You could say that this clipping sound is sort of a feature of the space tank, but really that wasn't really my intention. And if I had spent more time on this, I probably would have raised the chassis of this tank. But onto the more aesthetic quote-unquote features, I've included, well, these two wings here that are sort of meant to symbolize side cannons here. So these wheels and pin connector right here, this is meant to be sort of side cannons, with a main cannon here at the front, which I think is pretty cool. We also have some panel fairings on the side here, which are meant to just help focus the fire of the cannon. Since these panel fairings are connected to a single pin, you can turn them around, and it does sort of act as a makeshift shield for the tank here, which is pretty cool. We also have some panel fairings to protect the wheels on the bottom side of the chassis. And then in the rear, we also have some more panel fairings to protect the treads. I think probably my favorite part of this build is just sort of this windshield piece, just the curve that it makes with the rest of the build is just very pleasing to look at, and it's sort of part of the whole inspiration of this build. Once I saw that, hey, it could make a cool sort of windshield when it's placed like this, I decided, yeah, I should make a tank out of this. Anyway, yeah, this is my little space tank. It's not perfect, and yeah, I'm just a sort of amateur designer when it comes to making MOCs, but I had fun building it. I think it looks pretty nice, not counting the sort of dysfunctional threads that we have. And yeah, it was just pretty fun to build. And that was my showcase of my very own MOC, the 42148 space tank. It's definitely not the first MOC that I've made, although it is the first one I've made of the 42148. But for me, this one is the first one that I've sort of felt proud of. Of course, as a designer, I have a long way to go in terms of improvement, but I'm pretty happy with what I built. Anyway, that was my showcase of the 42148 space tank MOC by me. Thanks for watching.